to the fourth quarter here at the Summit. The game is tied at 75. Orlando leading by as many as 9. Rockets have led by as many as 4. Going back to the start of the telecast, Bill, you made the point that you feel although Penny Hardaway has had the stats going over the first 2 games, Penny sitting it out at the start of the fourth quarter, but you feel that he had to bring more impact to his ball play.
More impact, more direction, more leadership, particularly every time they miss a shot. They've been going through these huge scoring droughts. That's his responsibility to get that back on track.
Hardaway with 12 assists, along with 15 points. Shaquille O'Neal and Hakeem Olajuwon have returned. Shaquille, it counts, and the foul. So he'll head to the line. Foul on Mario Elie, who is trying to help.
I think Brian Hill realized Shaq was a little bit weary in that third quarter, got him out late. Penny Hardaway kind of picked up the slack. Now Penny gets a rest, and Shaq looks fresh right now. Very quick move to escape Olajuwon.
The key word, move. He's moving around guys as he tries to go through guys. Can't get the free throw, but Shaq only 11 shot attempts in the game. Hakeem's got 22.
And Shaquille playing 33 of the 36 minutes as this fourth quarter unfolds. Olajuwon, he has 2 fouls. O'Neal has 3. Olajuwon improvising once again.
That's a good word, Mark, because he didn't know exactly what he was going to do there by any means, but the soft touch got him through.
Anthony Bowie looked like he lost sight of the offensive concept.
You would think 2 guys fly by you, and one of them is Hakeem, that somebody would be open somewhere, not just the side of the board.
Well, Brian Hill reacted to that sequence. He went wild on the sideline. You don't see Brian get that excited usually. Game tied at 77. O'Neal taking it in traffic and able to convert. The Magic 79, the Rockets 77. 21 points for Shaquille O'Neal. Cassell tried to brush by Shaw off the screen, but was fouled by Shaw.
Hakeem Olajuwon will go to the jump shot here. He's been shooting the jump hook. Oh, that was the jump hook. Got to call bank for that one to count. In transition, which has pretty much been denied by Houston. Shaquille O'Neal showing his tremendous balance as well.
Hill is in his last 6 shots. Brown is fouled by Scott. 3 on Scott.
In this game, the Rockets have gotten their expected points from Hakeem Olajuwon and Clyde Drexler, who's getting a breather right now, and also Robert Horry, another good defensive performance, but they are not getting the scoring punch that they got in Game 1 from Kenny Smith when he made the 7 out of 11 from three-point land and scoring 23 points, and certainly not the big game they got from Sam Cassell in Game 2, so they're not getting the scoring from that other player that they need.
Chucky Brown only a 61% free throw shooter during the regular season. Chucky Brown, a man who has made it from the CBA, a CBA All-Star earlier this season, signed to originally to a 10-day contract when Carl Herrera was injured. This is his 6th NBA season out of North Carolina State, and he has been contributing off the bench for the Rockets. The game is now tied at 79 with 1:40 gone by in the fourth. Brown came over to help and picked up the foul. Mario Elie, who went to the bench just a moment ago, we're told has injured his left knee. Checked over.
Ray Melchiori, he'll get him better out there.
Oh, Shaw to the left hand. Nice move by Brian Shaw, who has 14 points. Orlando by 2. Cassell and Drexler in the backcourt. Brown up front along with Horry and Olajuwon. Out of 6 on the shot clock. Horry was fouled. Foul on Dennis Scott. That's his 4th. Timeout taken. You're watching the NBA on NBC.
Red Dog presents tonight's NBA Finals moment.
Tonight we look back at the 1977 finals, Portland and Philly, and after losing the first two games in Philadelphia, the Portland Trailblazers, led by a fellow by the name of Bill Walton, came back to win the next four games, becoming only the second team to come back from a 2-0 deficit and win the championship. The Boston Celtics did it in 1969 against the Los Angeles Lakers. In recognition of this NBA Finals moment, the NBA and Red Dog will donate $1,000 to the Thurgood Marshall Scholarship Fund. And there is your one-time coach, Jack Ramsay. What was the Natalie attire Jack Ramsay discussing with you on the sideline of that shot?
Marv, you were telling me to quit shooting so much and get out there and pound the glass and block some shots. Leave the shooting to the shooters.
Robert Horry at the free throw line. He's 1 of 2 at the line. The Magic 81 and the Rockets 80 with 9:50 remaining in the fourth quarter.
This is when the little things really show up in the fourth quarter of a ball game, and obviously this is a very crucial one. You want to watch your team fouls. You want to make sure you'd like to have a couple coming down those last couple of minutes. You want to use your fouls judiciously on a guy like Shaquille O'Neal. But transition defense, pressure on the ball, and rebounding crucial at this time.
4 fouls apiece on Clyde Drexler and Dennis Scott. Game is tied at 81. O'Neal facing a double team. Shot clock running out. Scott got it off. Rebounded by Brown.
Chucky Brown has done so many of those little things that we've mentioned.
Olajuwon blocked by Grant. What a play by Horace Grant. Dennis Scott just cannot hit. He's 2 for 11.
Reset. This is where Penny Hardaway needs to take control.
Yeah, but with Brian Shaw in the ballgame, this is Penny Hardaway is playing off the ball as the big guard, letting Shaw run the show.
Grant from Hardaway, and Grant stripped. Olajuwon got the hand in to poke it away. This is the season right here for the Orlando Magic. Drexler, Scott rebounds. Trailing 2-0. In desperate need of a win right here. Tied at 81. Shaquille could not convert on the alley-oop. 8:20 remaining in the fourth quarter.
The players are waiting for the whistle to blow. No time to wait.
Horry for 3. Yes. And a timeout called by the Magic. Rockets by 3. 8:10 left in the fourth.
Terrific defense all around. Horace Grant, the first trip, maybe a little bit of arm. Then Horace Grant off the penetration will get ripped down below by Hakeem Olajuwon, former Defensive Player of the Year in the NBA. Shaq would come right back with a miss of his own. A little off the mark. And finally, will somebody ever make a shot in the fourth quarter here with the game on the line? Robert Horry, who's done everything without the ball all night long, drains the long 3.
And Dennis Scott has just been laboring mightily from beyond the three-point line. Just 1 for 9, but that young man has a lot of confidence. He'll keep firing.
Rockets with a 3-point lead. Grant, yes. Horace Grant providing an offensive lift for the Magic. He has 16 points. 1 point. Rocket lead. 7:45 remaining in the fourth quarter. It can roll. Olajuwon able to convert. He now has 29 points.
To go along with 12 boards and 6 assists, but the suppleness of the hands for Hakeem.
O'Neal, yes, and it counts. So Shaquille to the line, hoping to tie the game.
Well, this is a pick and slip. It's kind of a fake, and Olajuwon bursting right to the basket. Horace Grant saw it coming, but just a tad too late. That enabled Olajuwon to get to the hole. Then Hakeem reaching in for a strip on Shaq.